Hello, Jacob. And thought I'd quick jump on and give my thoughts on, well, the preseason game that was on Bally Sports North, where the Minnesota Wild managed to come back from 3 goals down after period one to win in overtime 4-3. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, again, I was kind of watching this and following this as I was a part of a actually YouTube live stream with some of my favorite YouTubers, with guys like Resurrection and POB1 Foo and JM Kicks and those guys, which it's always fun when I can manage to jump on the stream with those guys. But yeah, I mean, again, if you're into like jersey sports and just random collections and hobbies and stuff like that, definitely jump on those guys, because I know there's some sneakerheads, jersey collectors, including myself, and sports fans, more or less. So, but anyway, kind of jumping back into this preseason hockey game. Again, the Minnesota Wild, after period one, managed to give up 3 goals on about 4 to 5 shots, which, as a Wild fan, I'm going, great. Granted, I mean, I know it was Kakkonen in net, and again, it was a lot of our second, third, fourth string slash guys that'll probably be in Iowa, if not, Cedar Rapids slash Coralville, with the CHL team, now officially part of the Wild organization. But still, I mean, just seeing the heart from this team, like, because, again, giving up 3 goals on about 4 to 5 shots. I mean, good God. That would normally sink any team. It doesn't matter what formation was on the ice at that point. But Kakkonen managed to settle down, get into a rhythm, and stop the shots that he needed to, and then bam, 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 over the last couple of periods or so, to get back into it, and then managed to get a game-tying goal with about a minute to go, and then eventually go into overtime and get the game-winning goal. Now, I will admit, I really wasn't paying too much attention, so I really didn't see who actually scored that goal, but again, I mean, after being down 3-0 after one, and then managing to come back to win 4-3, whether it's preseason, postseason, regular season, Stanley Cup Finals, whatever, I mean, that just shows that a team has belief, has heart, has grit, has determination to come back and just fight. Which, again, as a Minnesota sports fan, it's kind of refreshing to see that, honestly, because, well, I don't know if you noticed with the Vikings, but it seems like whenever they get shot in the, shot with a more than, easy, but basically whenever they get hit with adversity, they really don't, do anything with it. They just kind of let it fester, and then it eventually just eats them up, and they don't do anything with the, again, like I say, with the Vikings, it's just, it's a love-hate relationship with that team at this point, where they love to just, anyway, again, you've seen my videos on this at this point. I really don't need to put much more into that. But again, seeing a team that can actually come back after being hit in the mouth really quickly, really fast, and manage to come back, it's refreshing to see. Even though, like I say, a lot of these guys may not make the opening roster, they might be depth players, if not, minor league players, but still. So yeah, I mean, like I say, the opening season's only about a week away from tonight, I believe. Either a week away, or I have to double check, but I know that we open up on the road against Anaheim, which will be an interesting matchup considering, well, we pretty much mopped the floor with Anaheim last year. But again, with us going back to the Central and them being in the Pacific this year, it'll be interesting to see with this team, and, with a lot of our big guys not playing tonight, it, again, being a lot of depth, youth, rookies, and all that stuff. It was nice seeing a team rally back, even without the, guys like Kaprizov, Foligno, and Eck, and those guys really playing a lot of meaningful minutes, so. And Kakkonen, again, after being rattled early, managed to get the stops when he needed to, but... And again, St. Louis is no slouch. I mean, St. Louis, over the last few years, has been a very formidable team. I mean, hell, they just won the Stanley Cup in 2019, so, you know. I mean, they're not that far removed from being a Stanley Cup team, so... Anytime you can take down a division and conference rival and all that stuff, especially one that you're probably going to have to end up beating a lot just to make it into the postseason, because, again, the Central Division this year could be an interesting division to watch. You know, with teams like Winnipeg, Chicago, Nashville, Dallas, Colorado being, obviously the class of the field. St. Louis being right up there, too. I mean, it'll be interesting to see just how we end up doing. And, of course, Arizona is now moving into the Central because Seattle took over the Pacific team role, I guess. Basically taking over in the Pacific. So, it'll be interesting to see how Arizona does this year because, yikes, Arizona is, yikes. I don't know how much longer Arizona's going to be Arizona, but, again, that'll be interesting to kind of see moving forward. But, yeah. Basically, to wrap it up, the Wild managed to come back from being down 3-0 after period 1 to win in overtime 4-3. And again, with it being preseason, there's not a lot of stock that goes into it, but still, coming back from 3-0 down is a pretty big thing. So, yeah, so basically, stay tuned because, as I mentioned before, I'll be up in the cities here over the next few days to go to the Lions-Vikings game. So again, I'll try to get as much footage from that as I can. And also, if I pick up some stuff, too, I'm thinking about. I'm just not exactly sure what I want to pick up yet. But, again, kind of see with money and deals and all that stuff when we actually get out there. So, until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good night.